Hi, this is Kelly Martin. Welcome to Haunted Books with Kelly Martin. In today's video, we are going to talk about The Exorcist. Now, I have never read the book The Exorcist. I've never seen the movie The Exorcist, so I went into this not knowing anything. Oh, also at the end, we're going to talk about GhostTube because that's important. There's going to be spoilers for The Exorcist, so if you've never seen the movie, or read the book, this might not be for you. Now, obviously, I knew a little bit about the story because I've seen things about the movie before, but I've never read the book, kind of went into it not knowing anything. This is what happened. Now, The Exorcist is about a priest whose name is Father Damien. I think it's Karras. Father Karras, maybe. We're going to call him Damien because I have a grandcat named Damien. And he is very sad because his mother has just died and he feels really guilty because he was not with her. Also, on another side plot, there is a person. Her name is Chris. She is an actor, and her daughter Reagan has been playing with a Ouija board and talking to Captain Howdy. Strange things happen. They take Reagan to the doctor. They can't figure out what's wrong. Everything looks normal. She's 12. She's fine. She's not fine. So, Reagan's mother takes her to all these places. They can't figure out anything what's wrong with her. And so she's like, okay, she's possessed. Because she's trying to protect her because the director that came to her house died under mysterious circumstances. He fell out of a window and, that can kind of break your neck. But his neck was turned all the way around, which is not really normal. But nobody saw it happen. So there's a cop on the case. Everybody that lives in the house that helps Chris is kind of wondering what's going on. And then eventually Father Damien comes. And I think what surprised me about this book was how long it actually took to convince the priest that Reagan needed an exorcism, that she was possessed. It took forever. Even when he was talking to the demon who said he was the devil but wasn't the devil, it took forever to convince him that she was actually possessed. Like, seriously, I was reading it on my Kindle because I have the Libby app. I was looking at my Kindle. It was 80% in there, finished. The book was 80% done before Father Damien was like, maybe she actually does need an exorcism. So this is a spoiler, obviously. If you've never seen The Exorcist or read The Exorcist by William Peter Blatty, I don't think I've ever actually said who wrote it. Sorry about that. I'm an author. I think that's important. But, yeah, one of the things that I think is cool about it, this is a spoiler, is at the end, I think you don't actually know who won. Because at the end, to get the demon out of Reagan, Father Damien asks the demon to come into him. You assume that the demon does, and you see everything from downstairs perspective. You don't know really what's going on from upstairs. And you hear a crash. Father Damien has flown out the window just like the Burke did, the director. And then he's laying on the ground and a friend comes up to him and and Damien's smiling. And you don't really actually know, in my opinion, I don't think you know if he's smiling because he's Damien and he has saved Reagan from the demon, or if he's smiling because he's the demon and he's won. So my thoughts on the book are, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. There was 2 parts I absolutely hated, which is part of the reason I don't think I want to watch the movie. I will watch it if you think I should watch it, but I'm not excited to watch it. But yeah, if you think I should watch it, tell me. But there's 2 parts that I really don't want to see, which is bad enough to have to see it in your brain. I don't want to see it in person on screen. But yeah, let me know what you think if I should watch the movie. I loved it. I loved the book, except for like the 2 parts. Gave it 5 stars. It wasn't as scary as I thought it would be, but tell me if you've read The Exorcist, what you thought about The Exorcist. Was it a good book in your opinion? Would you read it again? Would you recommend it to people? And also tell me what haunted book you want me to talk about next. I've read Psycho recently. I've read Rebecca recently. Or if there's any other haunted books or scary books that you think I should read and talk about, let me know. Also, I need a better camera so I can film more than 2 seconds at a time. I had a whole thing filmed, but it was just terrible, so you got this. I'm sorry. Summary is, I really liked The Exorcist. It was scary, but not too scary, except for two parts that just bothered me to no end. There was less convincing. It took a lot longer to convince people that she was possessed than I would have assumed it would have taken. But I kind of liked it. Now we're going to talk about GhostTube. Okay, so when I was at the Thomas House Hotel, I was in a group and one of the ladies had something called GhostTube. And GhostTube is exactly what it sounds like. It's an ovulus device, the ones that you hear if you ever watch the ghost shows and it goes and it hears radio static and you get words out of it. This is what this is, and it's an app on your phone and it is a way to hear ghosts that aren't there. So I was sitting here just editing, doing stuff, and I had the app on my phone just to mess around with it, and it was just laying next to me on the desk, and not paying attention to it, forgot all about it, things happened. When I tell you that I literally jumped out of my chair when the word stressed just popped out of my phone without me even remembering that it was on, is an understatement. Scared the absolute snot out of me because I actually was stressed. So it's like, okay, I should say that I think my house is haunted. That might give a little bit more context. But so I was sitting here and I was like, okay, so I was watching a video on the Lost Boys. This is the second word that popped up, David, which of course is the main character from the Lost Boys. So we know my ghost has taste. Still wasn't talking to the ghost, to be honest. I was just sitting here like, and still going on, still watching little fan vids of the Lost Boys on YouTube. Next word that popped up 5 minutes later was who. Now, this one I don't really have any context for. The rest of them I can kind of figure out, like stressed. I was stressed. David, I was watching the Lost Boys. Who? Knife. Wasn't really knives around. Hopefully there was nothing in the ghostly sphere with knives around. But it's the next one. The next one is the one that I was like, you know what? Actually, the next one is when I started talking to it. I was like, okay, if you want my attention, you got it. Are you ready? This is what happened next. Did you see that? Kelly. So here I was sitting with my phone on, my ghost app just running. And it had said stress, David, who, knife. Okay, words happen. It only has like 350 words that it's supposed to know. I don't have the advanced version. And then just sitting here minding my own business. And Kelly comes popping out of this. And I was like, okay, you got my attention. What do you want? Is there something you need to tell me? And it actually stopped talking after that. That's the last it said. And I've not had it on since then. Am I scared? No, not really. But it only holds 15 words. And what if the ghost becomes a chatterbox and I lost all this and I couldn't make a video? So now I have to say I can do more stuff now since I've made this video. And, you know, you all know about my ghost tube app. Do you have a ghost tube app? If you don't, get it so I'm not alone. Now, do I think that a ghost spoke to me through my phone? I don't know. But do I think they didn't? I don't know. What do you think? Should we trust GhostTube? Alright, everybody, that is the end of today's video. Please give it a like if you liked it. If you want to see more book reviews, haunted books, ghost things, to go on adventures with me when I go ghost hunting, hit the subscribe button, and hopefully, yeah, we will see you in new places, and I will have a new video up next Monday. See you later, guys. Bye.